So in this video, we're going to learn how to use the clipboard here under the Home tab. Now you see there's 4 different things that we can do here. 3 of them are pretty basic. Format Painter is a little bit different. We're going to start with the more basic ones. So if I have some data here, I can do what we call copy. Most people should be fairly familiar with this, but in case you're not. If I click copy, it's going to put these dotted lines around it, and basically that means that we've copied whatever's in this cell. If I select a different cell and I click the paste button here, then it's just going to copy this or take what we copied here and it's going to put it in whatever cell we've selected. The difference between copy and cut is that if we actually cut something, see, we still got those dotted lines, but this is actually going to pick up and move it wherever we paste it. So if I want to cut something and paste it here, you see it's no longer in cell A1, it's actually moved. So that's the biggest difference between cut and copy. Now paste applies the same to either one. It's also important to remember that we can select more than one cell. I can select this block here, I can go ahead and copy or cut, it really doesn't matter, and I can paste it. And now you see we have all these cells here. Now with Format Painter, we'll go over this in the next video with formatting cells, but I'm going to go ahead and change some of the colors of these cells here, just to random colors. Now you see I had to go to this paint bucket every time and change those colors, and sometimes that can get a little bit annoying, especially if you have a lot of data. So what you can do with the Format Painter is I can select a cell and click this, and again we get those dotted lines, and really what this has done is copied not the data but the formatting of the cell. So if we had any color, any font, any type of border, something like that, it's going to copy all of that information. And then when I click another cell, you see we have this little paint brush on our cursor with this cross here. Now if I select a different cell, now it's just going to copy over the formatting, not the actual data that's inside that cell. You see we have the data here in Apple, but if I click here, there's nothing. Now again, we can select a larger block, and this is really where it starts getting useful. I can click that Format Painter, select this cell, well, let's do one further down, and it's going to copy all of those colors over. And that can just save you a lot of time, really useful. One last thing, there are some really good hotkeys here that you can use, basically just shortcuts, so you don't have to come up here every single time. You see copy, you see Control plus C. So instead of coming up here and hitting copy every time, I can hit the control button on my keyboard and then hit C, and that's going to go ahead and copy it. Now the quick key to paste is Control V. So I can select any cell and then hit Control V, and it's going to paste it there. Same thing with cut, except it's Control X. That's the difference there. So I can go ahead and cut this, and then I can paste it there. So that's really all there is. Quick rundown of the clipboard, but we'll be using this all the time. It's really useful in Excel. Honestly, it's just best to use the short keys for cut, copy, and paste, because you'll be doing that quite a bit.